Hey everyone, welcome back to The Hidden Brick, where today we're doing the 7th and final part of the build of the Lego Ninjago movie, Destiny's Bounty. So you can see we're really far along with it. We are almost done. There's a little bit left up here to do and any other final detailing for the ship. So if you missed any of the parts, check it out. There's a link down below, or links down below, to watch all those other parts. So I'm going to move this down because we are on to our 14th bag. We have bag 14 and 15 left to go. So dumping all these out. And once we're done with the build of this, we'll also look at everything just real quickly. So we have these tan colored garage door pieces that basically have little bitty pins, not really pins, but like a notch with a notch hole on the ends that line up. That's how you connect them. So we saw a detail similar to this in the Temple of Spinjitzu, or Temple of Air Jitsu, one of the bigger Lego Ninjago sets, and it used black garage door pieces. I believe this is the first time I've seen these in tan color. In Lego City sets, where they use these typically in police stations or fire stations for the garage doors, they're usually in either a white color or a trans light blue color. So I'm putting them all together. We're not going to put it on the model like this, but what I'm going to do is put them all together and then pull off the segments that I need, because I think we need them in portions of 8. So let me go ahead and do 2, 4, 6, 8. 4, 6, 8. So that's how long each segment needs to be. So I'm going to pull this one off. 2, 4, 6, 8. All right. So we should have one more panel of 8. A lot of round bricks in this bag, and they're trying to roll away from me. That will not be a good thing. I've already had one piece already hit the ground. I don't need it yet, but when I do need it, I'll have to pick it up off the ground. It's 2, 4, 6, 7, and ta-da, perfect 8. So let's move this stuff, because I need to bring the boat over. Bring the boat over, raise the camera up. So right up here, we have these clips. Those pieces simply go on. Now it doesn't clip on too much, but it's just enough to hold it on. So that gives it a nice look of kind of like a bamboo style roof on top of the boat. All right, so we're going to keep the boat right here. Move this back down. We have some detail elements that we need to add to the side of the boat. So I'll point the camera like that. And it's going to consist of, let's see, this dome shape piece that we're going to put a Technic axle in. This round brick on top. Another dome piece. This little inkwell type part. And then a clip. And what these are going to do, I just knocked the top part of the boat off. So these will all clip on that piece under there. This is pretty sturdy. The boat's a little top heavy with this piece, and I actually knocked it over and it didn't fall apart. Part of the side panel came off, but that's easily fixable. Yeah, I'll do it later because we're having to build all these things. So this is going to have 4 on each side for a total of 8. Semi-repetitive build. Overall, the build hasn't been super repetitive, but there have been the small occasional pieces like this that have been repetitive. That there and that one there. This one will go there. Turn this around. Kind of see where part of my side of the boat got damaged or fallen apart, and these little round pieces are just still trying to get away from me. I've got to fix this. There we go. So continue over here with the same little pieces, and this should finish off a lot of these round parts, so I won't have to worry about them trying to roll away from me anymore. I'll go ahead and build each one of these before I attach them. That way I can carefully move the boat. All right, last one. Oops, wrong piece. All right, so carefully turn this up so I can see each little bar piece that's clipping onto. Those will all hang down like that. Very good. Bring this back around. Reattach this. Because we have a light that's going to go on, or a lantern. Kind of your standard lantern detail for this set. This one's gonna go right over the door. Okay. We have these bars that are gonna go in those pieces there. We have one more bar and it's rolling away from me. These are the round pieces I was talking about that keep rolling away from me. And we're starting to get some fragileness on here. So these little buoys that are hanging on the side actually will fall off if I bump them. All right, we got some. Man, I'm making a mess of this now. I didn't think this would be this fragile. It hasn't been fragile up till right now. I'm starting to add all these details. All right, we have lightsaber handles. And we have more of the lantern details. And these are the cool ones that have the little paint roller piece. So we're basically making 4 of the exact same lantern. All right, last one right here. Very good. Oh, and this one up here was supposed to have a little tassel hanging from it. All right, so that completes bag number 14. So we're on to our 15th and final bag. Printing of the number 15 is weird on here. But anyway, 15th bag, let's do it. Okay, so in this bag we have a ton of Lego Technic pieces, and reason being is we are building the sails, and those are all pretty much built out of Technic elements. So I am just gonna blow through these as fast as I can. Technic axle joining and stuff is not the most exciting stuff, but it's something that when it's done it looks nice because it's a thinner profile than using actual Lego brick elements. Alright, so I have a cone and a little antenna piece at the very top. So next up is some more. It's a lot of dark reddish brown and black pieces. Those will go like that. These red axles, they get hidden up when you put 2 axle joiners together. So that goes there. Now we have these pins that have a toe ball on the end. Okay, so here's our first frame, and we take our sail piece. Well, there's 3 sails, and they're fairly thin vinyl sails, so it's not cloth, it's not really like full out plastic, it's kind of a thinner synthetic material. But there's pre-punched holes in the corner of each one of these sails, and those slide over the toe ball piece that we put on there. You just have to align them and push them on. It's very similar to some of the dragon wings that we've done in some other Ninjago sets. There we go. So once it's on, it more or less doesn't really move. Carefully bring the boat over. And this one, it's gonna get frustrating if these things keep popping off. I don't really know where to hold the boat just yet. All right, so this one Should be an axle hole at the top here. Yep, so that goes right there on the top. Slide that back over. Let's begin the next frame piece. So once again, the Technic axles. Stacking quite a few of the same piece on here. Got 4 of them. Not that, gets this piece. 10 long axle joiner. Another 10 long axle. So this thing's getting big. The cone, we have our little flagpole antenna piece, and we have a flag. This will get stickers. Same sticker on both sides. Just make sure you orient it the right way up, because you kind of have one shot at this. If you don't get it on right, it's going to look funny. Alright, so you can see this one's pretty big. Of course the flag's going to fall off. That piece will go there. And we have another one. Let's see, this will get a gray piece, a red one. That'll go there. So just like the previous one, we've got our little pins with toe balls that go inside of each one. And let me back up. I messed something up. This is not going to fit. Looks like this was supposed to be, yeah, it's supposed to be a shorter one. Guess I didn't have to do that. Look like that. All right, there we go. So if you put the wrong length of axle on there, your holes actually won't line up. So you have to make sure to get the right one on there. This one's so big, it's a little more tricky to get this to line up. Last one's always the easiest one to put on. All right, so once again, carefully bring this over, and I'll just dropped the whole thing on the ground. Real nice. Technic assemblies are very strong though, so this thing held up just fine. Slide that right inside there. You can see the sails are really, really tall for the boat. All right, almost done. Final one. Technic pieces get a little repetitive. Got 3, and we got a piece here. We have a bushing. That little piece, another bushing. This axle joiner, this axle. Friction pin. Axle cone. And that piece there. All right, so we have the crossbars to do. That one goes there, and our toe ball pieces. That one actually pinched me. And here's our last sail piece. Getting that first one on, it's kind of the hardest. Once you get that one on, you can kind of use the rest of it to create some tension on it. Come on, come on. Let me see if I can do this one. Okay. Last one. Cool. So this is actually going to have a lantern piece on the front of the boat. The cone, we have this stud. We're going to put a paint roller piece through there. And that will attach right there. All right. So bring this over one more time. This is going to slide in right there. Let's see, we have this string with studs on the end, and it has the little bars intermediately kind of throughout. What we're going to do is create these little dangling lanterns. We'll attach the underside of that. I'll skip 2 and put that one there. This one here. tassel's not dangling right. All right, so we got 2 more flags. And these will be the last stickers. So we wait till the very last step to use up all the stickers. It's not a bad thing, I guess. Get your money's worth for the stickers. So this flag will attach to these 2 little bars that are in between the lanterns. And 1 more flag. That'll go right there. So there we go. We have completed the build of the Destiny's Bounty. So we can look at some of the play features. We have the, I guess going from the front, we have the dragon heads. Jaw is open, the bottom part. Not really too much of a play feature, but it is what it is. Turn this down a bit so we can see in here. We have these hidden compartment doors where we have some weapons in there. This is our crank that we can use to crank up the anchors. So when the anchors are lowered, you can see it pulls that chain out, and then you can turn this and pull the anchors back up. So that's pretty cool. We have, looking up here, just a bunch of detailing on the top deck area. Up here is the bridge where they do the navigating and steering of the boat with the little garage door pieces that we saw we put on earlier. Now there's a cool little telescope back here. Kind of hard to see, but it's there. To get to the lower areas, each one of these pieces lifts off. So you can see I can lift this piece off, and you can see in here is some sort of like a training area. It's got various weapons and the little scroll piece on the wall. And then this piece also comes off. You can see in there we have the sleeping quarters and even more weapons. And then in addition to that, we have another part that comes off. And let me see if this, so this little dangling piece, it's a little tricky to get under there, but we got that off like that. And you can see even more armory stuff at the bottom. And there's actually a toilet down there as well. So we got all of that. Now I'm going to carefully try to put this back on because it's actually really tight with all of the detailing, the final detailing on here. Put that back on. And we'll put this back on the very top. So, minifigure wise, we basically have every ninja. We have Zane, Kai. Here's Cole, Jay, Lloyd, Wu, and Nia. So we have all of our ninjas. Where am I going to put her? It's getting very tight. This ship is so big, but it seems like there's not enough room with all the stuff that's going on here. All of our ninjas. Lloyd has another alternate weapon. And there you go. So move this back. Move this over. See if we can get this. It's going to be practically impossible to show this whole thing in the final shot here, because you can see how tall it is. It just gets really, really tall. And it's super, super big. So there it is. I appreciate you guys watching. If you watched all of the parts, let me know. You guys are my biggest fans. I appreciate everyone that watches every video. So thanks again for watching this whole series. It was a fun build, huge model, 2,200 plus pieces, and very enjoyable the whole way. So I would recommend this set, especially for any hardcore Ninjago fan. It may be a while to save up some money to get it, but definitely well worth the build. And there's some really cool parts in here. So, you know, in a couple of years when you're done playing with this and want to take it apart and use the parts for something else, definitely worth the money for those parts. So tell me your thoughts, put a comment down below. Don't forget to check out all the links I have down below, and we will see you in the next one.